I think this is going to be a mega series. 5 tests in 40 days. It's going to be brilliant.
I want to talk to you about 5 tests because India don't play hardly any 5 test series. I was wondering whether you could remember them playing 5 tests. England, of course, play the Ashes 2.5 years. So they're quite used to it. But it really gives an opportunity for rivalries to develop, for bowlers to work batsmen out and the other way around. So it really is exciting for me to see where we're going to have 5 tests here. This is going to be a wonderful series, hopefully.
Yeah, absolutely. Even I don't remember India ever playing a 5 test series. I think the last one they played was just
did they play one against Pakistan?
No, it was prior to the 2002 tour. I think 2001-2, or I think 2001-2. They went to West Indies and they played a 5 test series there under Sourav Ganguly, and India won 2-1. So that was the last series they played, a 5 test series, and I remember that vaguely because obviously catching Test cricket in India when it's being played in West Indies, it's not very easy because of the time difference. And I was a student then, so it was obviously my parents had control of the remote of all the TV channels. I mean, but yeah, that was one 5 test series that India played, and it's been 12 years, 13 years, and I think this is more to do with the financial reasons. A series like India. When India tour any country, it's a big money series for any country. Obviously, the ECB want to gain on it, and there's nothing wrong with it, obviously. But England has been a fierce contest over the last couple of decades, and I think this is the next step in the cricket relations between the two countries. Obviously, it's going to be an interesting series. Coming to the point, yes, 5 tests in 40 days, that too in 40 days. I mean, England do play 5 test series, but even in the Ashes, it's not, just constrained to 40 days. It's a long, blown-out tour. Yeah. But with this, it's just, you're playing 5 tests on the bounce, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days gap. I think the biggest gap is, between the 3rd and the 4th test when we have 5 days. I'm not sure. But I think we have 5 days when I'll be making a trip to Manchester, obviously. So not a lot of gap, not a lot of recovery time. But yes, Alistair Cook mentioned in the press conference before the first test match that if a batsman gets into form, and he obviously is thinking a lot about form at the moment. So if a batsman gets into form, then you want to get out there in the middle and you want to keep batting. So 5 test series in 40 days for a batsman is actually very good. You could end up scoring 600, 700 runs in a series. You never know. 500 runs in a 4-match series. Cook has done that. KP has done that. Some past Indian batsmen have done that. So if a batsman like a Virat Kohli or Ian Bell or Cheteshwar Pujara, or even Alistair Cook, because Cook has a fantastic record against India, and India historically don't do well against left-handed opening batsmen. I could just really count them on my fingers. Jayasuriya, Hayden, Langer, any number of them, and not even openers. I mean, you're talking about Lara and Chanderpaul, Andy Flower, Saeed Anwar, obviously. So you could just count left-handed batsmen who've done very well against the Indian attack historically, but that's beside the point. So if any of these batsmen could just get set, Cook, Kohli, Pujara, Bell, any of them just could get, or somebody new, a new face as well. So if they could just get set and continue with the 5 test matches, 500 runs, 600 runs, it could just carry on. For the bowlers, it might not be that easy, John, because you're looking at somebody like a Stuart Broad or James Anderson who've had these niggles before with their knee or with the back. Anderson is 30 plus. 5 tests on the bounce could get a little tougher. It's the same with India as well. Somebody like a Mohammad Shami, he's been bowling non-stop since November, and we saw in the IPL how his performance really dipped. So in that particular sense, 5 tests are going to be tough on the Indian bowling. Last time we saw in 2011, quite a few players broke down for India. The one player who didn't break down was Praveen Kumar, and he bowled some 100, 120 overs or something like that, or maybe even more than 150 overs in 4 tests. He was the workhorse. So somebody like that will have to step up for India as well. And like you said, that series was not really good for India. So he took a lot of punishment. The Indian attack took a lot of punishment. So in that particular sense, 5 test matches can be very long for the bowlers, can be very good for the batsmen. So I think both sides have a good balance. And yeah, interesting series.
Yes, you're spot on to pick up on the bowlers maybe struggling more than the batsmen in a 5 test series. I know that when England go to Australia, they don't expect to field the same bowling attack for 5 tests. It's almost unheard of